all Bitcoin holders need to pay attention in detail to this Bitcoin update video. Approximately 30 minutes ago, I was live on the Moonshow channel where we figured out a pretty interesting discovery. And this discovery is on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. It's a technical discovery. We have the 54 simple moving average that is represented by this blue line in combination with the MACD. And look, this is going to pretty much shock you. Every single time the MACD experiences a bearish crossover on the weekly time frame, which Bitcoin right now is in the process of confirming, if the price action closes where we are today in 4 days and 8 hours time, the MACD is going to cross bearish, and this bearish signal that is right now flashing for the price is going to get confirmed. Look, every single time Bitcoin experiences on the weekly time frame a bearish MACD crossover, you experience a major dip on Bitcoin, and you dip exactly to this 54 simple moving average. You go back to April, the time of the halving, Bitcoin dips from the $70,000 area all the way to the 54 simple moving average. You go back to the previous cycle. In the previous cycle, in November of 2021, near the top, the MACD crosses bearish. And then you dip to the 54 simple moving average, try to find support, but you break below it, find resistance, and in March of 2022, you confirm the beginning or the acceleration of the bear market. The MACD on the weekly time frame also predicts the close, predicts almost exactly the top of the initial phase of the bull market in 2021. You dip to the 54 simple moving average, you accelerate to have one more final leg to the upside, and then you go into the bear market. So the relation of this 54 simple moving average and the MACD is kind of insane. And look, this was when Bitcoin did find resistance in March of 2022, you also had a MACD bearish crossover. This is not just applicable for this cycle and the previous cycle. You can go all the way back to 2017, and when Bitcoin tops near the 20K region, the MACD also has a bearish crossover. The price of Bitcoin tests the 54 simple moving average, comes below it, finds resistance, and then begins its bear market. This is a tradition that Bitcoin repeats in every single cycle, even as early as 2014, where when Bitcoin dips below that 54 simple moving average, following, of course, a bearish crossover on the MACD, the bear market begins. This is something that Bitcoin does traditionally. It happens in every single cycle, and I can't believe I didn't come across this before. And when we zoom into this current cycle, you can notice that every single time that Bitcoin had that bearish MACD crossover and we tended to the 54 simple moving average, Bitcoin also had double tops, double tops, double tops, with exhaustion candles. In 2021, exhaustion candles, exhaustion candles. So the picture here really doesn't look too good for Bitcoin. That's what I'm trying to emphasize. You have 4 days and 8 hours for Bitcoin to close the CME gap back up at $16,800, break back above the prior resistance, turn into support, now resistance on the inverse head and shoulder daily charts, and start tending to the upside and follow the M2 money supply ASAP. Otherwise, this MACD on the weekly time frame is going to get confirmed, and Bitcoin will likely retrace to the 54 simple moving average, and that will be a 16% correction, give or take, from where we are right now. I think this is a major, major discovery, ladies and gentlemen. And this week's candle, if we do, and remind me this, I'm going to remember it. If this week's candle closes in a way where the MACD ends up crossing bearish, I'm going to exit my Bitcoin long positions. You've heard it here for the first time, guys and girls. Following this discovery, I decided to take this step. So we have 4 days and 8 hours for Bitcoin to recover. Otherwise, it's going to be looking like we're going to take our profits on weeks. Very interesting. And tomorrow's video, I'm going to be going into Ethereum in a bit more detail. I want to talk about the relation of, okay, if Bitcoin does end up seeing the top, then what happens to altcoins? Are we still going to have altcoin season? What will happen then? And in tomorrow's video, that's what I will be talking about. So if that sounds interesting, then first of all, make sure to destroy the like button. Thank you all so much for 700 likes yesterday. The comments were just unbelievable. I tried to like as many of them as I could, but thank you all so much for your comments. Very appreciated. Thank you for 700 likes. You're fantastic. If you want to find out about tomorrow's video, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your notifications are turned on and they are on all, because tomorrow will be about Ethereum. I'll see you all on the next video very soon. Take care, and as always, bye-bye.